Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about yesterday. Yesterday I had such a good day of playing chess on chess.com in the rapid time format. I am in the mid 1600s and I had actually I think it was a 6-game winning streak -1. So I won 6 out of 7 games, and a lot of them were very high accuracy, and that's going to be it. That's the intro. Let's check them out. So the first game, let's actually go here. I was playing black. A lot of success with black, a lot of success against d4. And I played against a London here. So I just play this this build up like this. A lot of times in the London you will go, the anti-London I guess if you will, is to go e6. I've not done a lot of that. I do now, but you know I played d5 first. So we go here, I take. I feel like I've seen the engine say both things about whether you should just stay back or take. I opt to take. And we go here. So this is a move, this knight move, I feel like is very prudent. You can get out of, the trouble of the queen coming and checking you here, but it makes the game much more complicated. I would much rather just block with the knight. He comes here. We're just completely even. I go c5. This is how we play the structure. The king's still safe. On the diagonal, he goes here. We just make room to castle and castle. This is playing accurate chess. That's probably why I got such a high accuracy rating. And then I go here and support to where the queen cannot infiltrate. And at some point, I believe I actually do push back the queen, which it's saying is not the best move. So we go here, and then now we're coming here and we're attacking this. Is it going to come to fruition? Not necessarily, but we'll just keep at it, bringing the rook up with ideas of coming over. So obviously I got to do something about this, so we just come over immediately. And already there's a mistake made. So I should have done this first. I did mess that up. I remember from the game review on the day of. And at this point, I was like, oh, man, I kind of let things go. And it's saying that I definitely let things slip. I'm just getting my rook out of the way. And then he messes up and lets me get what I wanted all along. The game is right back to equality. Takes, and then takes here. And just bring it right back. Defend, make sure the queen can't get in as of right now. Queen's not getting in, and we're just trying to make good trades. Right, and on this move I can actually attack this knight, which is why they called that a mistake, I would say. And so just proceed. You can see that I'm just staying very solid on everything. I opt here to take with the knight, which it says is a mistake. Take with this, and then we're just going to play this end game where, in my opinion, he has pawns that are harder to defend than mine. So let's see if we convert. I say no trade. Okay, now the problem is that I have this file open, and we could come up with some. We're gonna go right ahead, and I make this move, and then from here, like, it says it's actually better for white. I think that's crazy. Practically, this is hot water to be in. Although he does have a passed pawn with best play, that's probably what gets him his advantage. And so, as you can see here, we're threatening checkmate. Pushes, takes. Oh, I actually remember now. This is a really beautiful ending to this game. So I push here, threatening this once again, and then he blocks. I take the pawn. He makes his check. I move the king. He makes this check. I move the pawn. He comes here. I move back, and he literally resigns because he has no more checks, and nothing stops the infiltration. Like, for example, like if he would have went here, then like I have checkmate here. And I mean, obviously if he goes here, then, so absolutely nothing to be done there. The next game, chronologically, playing black again against d4. We played the Caro-Kann. And we're just playing. Okay, so one trap in this I want to mention is like if you go here and another move goes by, like this or this or something, and then you take and they take. I'm not going to go through all this, but basically this check. So let me be a little more clear. So like let's say you go here and they go here, and then like this pawn just stays where it's at. This check wins your bishop in this particular order of playing the Caro-Kann. So it's something I've run into multiple times. One time I was even like, I'm not gonna fall into that trap, and then in that same game I fell into that trap because it happened in an earlier move order than I was expecting. So I go ahead and take here. We just develop, and we're so now I got to worry about this pawn is going to become isolated. That's fine, and he takes, and I'm like, okay, like my piece is more active. I feel like I'm just the feeling of being more developed and like to having quicker development is just. I just really thought that I was going to win this game, so I go here, which was a mistake, I guess. This is a fork, and I go ahead and defend this first. That was a tempo thing, and then we're going to take this and break up his pawns a little bit. And then I played this move. This is no longer hanging. This was a very calculated game. I remember it now. It was pretty cool. And I go here. This is defended by the knight. If he takes, I can take back, and we keep our eyes on this. Our rooks are in very good placement. He pushes. That's a problem. And then from here, since this is guarded by the knight, my idea is to come over now. As you can see here, this, if taken, would be GG's. So we take, and bring the king, which is really cool that that's actually the best move. It says I'm up 1 point in the assessment, and from here we're just winning. We're marching out with that old king, with that old monarch, and we are just killing it on our own. Like he's running around in the robe, in the crown. I mean, I'm just gonna do this right now. Like this is me. This is me with this black king right now. Just like, bro, I'm not saying I gotta do it all, but like I'm gonna lead my army. So he comes back here, and this is just a free pawn because my king defends everything. Like, what are you gonna do? He checks, doesn't matter. Like we're up 4.3. And what's so I'm up 2 pawns. Like he knows we're queening, Stockfish being he. Now this was actually pretty interesting. Like he could have like done a lot of stuff right here, like come here, checked me. I have to move, and then takes the pawn. I got to take back, and then his queen's really active. His king's really active, and my king is pushed back. That's why I did this move, is because now he can't come here. Comes back. Make the check first. Go here. Yeah, we're just getting behind the pawns now. Like, I knew it was over from here. It's plus 4.8. We just go here, and at this point, I can literally just make this trade. I calculated because this pawn is, like, the king's going to have to follow this pawn while I go up and eat his other pawns, which is exactly what happens. So he's getting these other ones moving. I was like, okay, well, I'll strain you on your own second rank, eating my pawn while I come over here and do this. And as you can see, I literally, like, this is just effortless. That's 6.6 plus evaluation for me. Quite frankly, I'm easily going to get 2 queens out of that, so I don't know why it's not more. And then the last game, let me actually make sure that this is, yeah, this is fine. I still have a king. Now that the king's not doing all the work, like, I got to take that off. So it's all right. Now, in the last game, I played against d4 again. And lo and behold, it was a, I believe, what is this, a Kali system? It's not saying, but that's all right. Kali system, yes. So we're just playing against a solid Kali system. And here, I was thinking, like, he overextended a bit, you know? How's he going to keep this pawn? So we go here. So actually, I didn't realize that was a blunder. I take the knight. The pawn comes here. And then, okay, so what was I supposed to do? Take. Show follow-up. Okay, so then at this point, both pawns are hanging. And this is not defended by the queen. So blunder, it technically was, but that's complicated. So takes. I put this in the way. I thought it was a fine move. I take back with bishop, and this is still, these are weak. You know, they're not hanging, but they're gonna be because now it's hanging. Bring the bishop back, and we take. And then after this is literally a fork. So I take the pawn that I think is going to be the most pesky, or the one that is not going to be as hard to defend later. I do this. We're building up, and I'm like, okay, I don't care that you upset my pawn structure, because look at this. This is solid. This is like pass pawns on steroids, you know, because like they're even supported even more so. And so we're just playing this game, and then I fork. It's saying it's the best move, the knight and the rook. This is how I play, by the way, when I'm on my phone. Like, not all the time, but like it's usually better. Just saying. But the other thing I'm forking is just taking this knight, and then this pawn can't. It can't be defended. So we take the pawn and we push, and then there's just, what do you do? I mean, just. And that was, where does it say? It was 90.6% accuracy. One mistake. So, yeah, if you want to beat 1600s, by the way, if I'm looking to review people's games, and they don't, I've not had the opportunity to do a lot of it for people. I'm wanting more requests to come in. So, hit me up, and I'll review your game for free. So thanks for watching once again. Hopefully some of this was instructive, and I will look forward to seeing you next time.